Welcome to Statesboro, Georgia, and what many refer to as the prettiest little stadium in America and home to the Georgia Southern Eagles. But trust me, it can get a little ugly if you come in here and you're not an Eagle. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Southern. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the offense sprung a big time. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Give to the running back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First down to start the drive after the break. To the ground with the back. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. This offense has a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Fresno State!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
7, Georgia Southern, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the run, it's Horn. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. On the ground with the counter. Nifty little dance step. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Man, how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection. Get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Finds his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Yep. Snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. A little over half a minute to play before halftime as they take over 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
2nd half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Horn. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Fires to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Trying to find his man on 1st down. The quick out. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Brings up 2nd down.
They give it to him again. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Finds his man down the middle. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Gonna run it. It's Horn. And excellent vision to find running.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Ready to go to work on offense. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Eagles want to move quickly.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He leaves it with the back. And the Eagles get enough for the first down. Offense lining up quickly. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Power football with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Just feeds the running back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They'll run it from the gun. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, You give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Lets it go. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
Most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 6 over Army. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Running back searching for a hole. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. It's caught downfield. And he's got enough. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Red pass, it's complete. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Using his legs, it's Horn. Oh, it's out! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. As heartbreaking as it is for this guy to give up the football there, an exhilarating moment. This defense.
Plays that just change momentum, and you're feeling that tidal wave and that shift right now after that play. What an outstanding individual effort by that defender to come away with the fumble recovery, and now let's find out what his offense can do.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quarterback moving. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're going to throw it again. Spits it out to the back. This one's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They go to the ground. Touchdown, Eagles! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight, the scores up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. 17. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. To the air on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's looking to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. Across the 25, he's got room. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Fresno State working from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man down the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this set its offense up for business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays, and these guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time.
They making a CF26? Yay, I seen. I might get it, but this John actually solid FRFR.